For those of you that don't know this team, I top cut San Jose Regionals in 2017 with this exact team. This exact team down to the perfect movesets, the EVs, everything. This is the team that I used. And this team is so dated. It's like a January 2017 team. And so we're just trying to see how it can actually hold up in like today's meta. So we see Mawile Melodic, Garchomp, got a Garchomp mirror match, okay, Lucario, Volcarona, and Umbreon. Alright, I'm gonna give him play some Duel Links. Personally, totally triggered the person with a few moves there. I believe that Duel Links is pretty oppressive. Alright, it's Butterfree time. It's Butterfree time. Leading with that Butterfree, you know I gotta do it to him. Here we go. What else do we want to do? I don't really want to bring my Gyarados because I don't want to proc them a lot of competitive, but I also don't want to bring my Coco. I guess that means just I gotta bring that the Raichu, so we get Raichu Butterfree. I do like Lele here. It also powers up my Raichu Z move if I want to use it. And then we're gonna bring Garchomp. So by the way guys, this team has 3 Z moves in it. It has 3 of them. It's crazy. I think I'm gonna go with this. So Butterfree, Raichu, Garchomp, Lele. I can dig it. So I got 28 seconds. I'm still thinking, this guy's already locked in. He's already ready to go. He's primed. I think it should be good enough. Raichu Butterfree is really not that aggressive, but all we really need to do is make it so Garchomp is taking a nice little nap so we won't get Rock Slid or Renode. And we also can just go for a huge Psychium Z, like switch out Butterfree and just Psychium Z that Garchomp. Like, that'd be so good. Same thing against like all the other stuff. Butterfree seems legit. Dude, do you not know that I'm like the Butterfree master? That's what I'm about, dude. Butterfree's like broke and busted. Alright, let's see, which one of these is more threatening? I think the Mawile. I'm just going to Sleep Powder the Mawile. I think I'm just going to Thunderbolt the Melodic. And you can just deal with it. I don't even have to like fake out it, unless I really wanted to. I think I'd rather just go for the Thunderbolt. No, actually, let's see. We're actually going to Sleep Powder the Melodic slot, because if anything's switching into Garchomp, it's going to be that. And then we're just going to fake out Mawile. So we're going to Sleep Powder the Melodic, fake out the Mawile, because I also don't want him to switch in Garchomp in that slot, protect Mawile, and then I don't get to sleep, I take rough skin damage, and like I'm potentially automatically losing a Scarf Chomp. I'd rather go for the better play, and if he protects with the Mawile, we just Encore. So I think we're actually in a pretty good spot here. He's staying in with everything, though. He's staying in. So we played around everything. I think we're going to be alright. And then next turn, you know, Melodic can't really protect itself. He's going to have to switch next turn if he wants to. So let's see. Fake Out coming in. Priority move, boys. Flinching that guy right up. Sleep Powder coming in. Remember, we got that Compound Eyes boosted Butterfree. It's pretty good. And we're just going to start Thunderbolting this Melodic right up. So Melodic, that's its first turn to sleep. Got to remember those sleep counters. Pretty important stuff. And after that, we are going to be Sleep Powder on the Mawile. And going for a T-Bolt onto this Melodic. I can dig it, man. I can dig the T-Bolt. Sucker Punch! Bro, I'm like dead. Alright, fine. I see you. I see you. No big deal. Nah, Sucker Punch is alright. I'm totally actually fine with this because I didn't really need the Butterfree. Sorry, I didn't really need the Raichu, and the Mawile hasn't even started its Sleep Powder. It's like, I didn't think he would even go for it. Wow! One turn sleep toxic! What the hell? One turn sleep? Okay. Okay. I see you. It's time for Garchomp. I'm done playing your reindeer games, Melodic. It's gonna Sleep Powder and Earthquake. Should be a 2-shot. If I have to ground him, I can. Here we go. That young one-turn sleep. Alright, got that big EQ. Alright, let's see what he goes for. EQ. No protects, no switches. This guy doesn't know the meaning of the word. Gonna do a lot to Mawile. I'm not intimidated. I don't think it's gonna get a KO. Yeah, just a. And then remember, Mawile has to be asleep this turn, so that's like absolutely perfect. And we're probably just gonna be proccing a berry on that Melodic next turn. I might ground him. I just don't really want to. I think I'm actually just gonna. I'm gonna look at his team. I might just Tailwind and EQ again. No, I'll probably just Bug Buzz to get the Melodic off the board because I don't want it to one turn wake up me again. Let me just make sure he has though. He has like Garchomp, Volk. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're just gonna Bug Buzz it. Bug Buzz actually does a lot of damage. You'd be surprised how much damage Bug Buzz actually does to things. Butterfree is not a weak mon. People look at Butterfree and they're like, ah, it's so weak. And I'm like, it's actually just pretty good. So, yeah, Earthquake's gonna be coming here. I'm assuming we're gonna proc a berry on the Melodic. I'm assuming. That Earthquake did actually a lot less than it's supposed to. Or a lot less than the previous one. Are we gonna see the berry here? We don't see the berry. Maybe it's a 50% berry and he's just out of range and that's good for us. But either way, oh, he's at like 1. He's at 1 and another 1-turn sleep and a Z move. Oh, dude, I'm getting tilted. What is this 1-turn sleep? Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, you guys don't know, my hands aren't just hanging in the air. I'm like holding up. I got something I can grab onto right here, so it's not like my hands are just permanently in the air. It looks like it. I'm looking at the webcam. I don't know if this is a KO. Yeah, it's not. Can't believe this freaking Melodic, though. Literal thorn in my side. Now, but let's see. What does he have next? I might have to go for a Rage Powder. Gonna be Umbreon. Alright, we're gonna bug, but actually, we'll sleep out of the Umbreon, it's fine. Gotta sleep out everything, man. Sleep out is like the best move in the game. If they don't have protection for it, sleep out is busted. And we're not gonna go for rock slides or anything, because remember, Umbreon can get inner focus. Sure, it can get synchronized, but you can't really synchronize, like, sleep powder, and even if you could, well, yeah. He had a 30% chance to 1-turn sleep, but he did it two times in a row. Like, two times in a row? Doesn't that, like, amplify the amount? So Umbreon's gonna be eating that sleep powder. That's cool. And it has to be asleep this turn. That's the thing. There we go. Sweet dreams. I mean, Mawile probably would have too if it had a shot, but it didn't. It blew its 1 turn of sleep just being asleep. Here we go. Volcarona coming in here. All right, I'm gonna have to ground him that one. What we're actually gonna do is we're gonna go Bug Buzz and ground him into the Volcarona slot. Actually, I think I'm actually... Do you guys think it's Scarf Volk? I don't think it is. I'm going to Bug Buzz and ground him into that slot. The reason why I'm doing it is the groundium will make it so... Like, unless it's Sash, this will just KO, and if it is Sash, Bug Buzz will finish it off after he takes up my Garchomp. So here we go. Groundium Z. Been a hot minute since anyone's seen a Groundium Z Garchomp, but... That's the power of VGC 2017. The 2017 teams are much too strong right now. This is going to do a lot. This should KO. And like I said, if it is Sash, the Bug Buzz is going into that slot as well. Here we go. Groundium Z. No Sash, which means our Bug Buzz is getting redirected super effective into that Umbreon slot. It's going to be doing quite a bit. How much damage are you talking about? Whew! Look at that damage! And we get that young 2-turn sleep on Umbreon. We're about to be taking this one. We're about to be taking this one. And Butterfree, man. I was toxic, but like I'm not going down without a fight. Yeah, but unless you wake up and protects, we should be alright here. And remember, we still have like Lele in the back, and Lele's pretty decent against Umbreon. Pretty decent. So yeah, Garchomp's gonna be able to finish off with an EQ, and this is just one of my favorite things about this team comp. Like you can just spam EQ, and Butterfree is like the perfect Rage Powder, Tailwind, Sleep Powder mon. It provides, I think, so much more support than like something like Togekiss. Or even like a fairy and stuff like that, because it has its flying typing and the sleep powders. Oh, it's just the best. Butterfree's the best. Here we go. Charizard, Infernape, Sceptile, Luxray? What is that? Lycanroc with no item. I note that no item. And Swampert. I can't tell if he's going to like pledge me or what he's trying to do, but I really want to try bringing my Gyarados this game. He doesn't have that many Pokemon that could reveal my speed training other than the Luxray, but we're using a Choice Scarf Gyarados. It has Stone Edge. You know how badly I just want to rock that Zard with a Stone Edge? I'm doing it. So Gyarados, starting it up. Gyarados, and I could totally Butterfree this guy too, but he has like fake outers like Infernape and stuff like that. I kind of want to go Raichu Gyarados. Swear one of these days I'll beat Ultra Sun and Moon, dude. That's the hardest part. I kind of want to go Raichu. I'm looking at Koko as my other leadmon, and I'm kind of digging the Koko. It's actually a pretty unique Koko set. I'm gonna bring Koko. So we got Koko Gyarados. Still think Lele is pretty good. I'm not bringing Butterfree this time. Maybe Raichu. Now Garchomp's just a little bit better. Alright, here we go. Going into another name. Vivillon, though. I mean, Vivillon's cool. I used Vivillon all 2014. But we have a new subscriber badge. You guys can check that out down in the bottom. And it's Butterfree, because Butterfree's my favorite Pokemon. Butterfree's the Pokemon most people think of when they think of me, since I've top cut regionals and stuff with it and used it all 2014. So we got a new, like, subscriber badge. It's a Butterfree face. It's pretty cool. And in honor of that, that's why we're using Butterfree. So here we go. Luxray and Infernape. Potential for fake outs. Potential for a lot of big damage coming into my Gyarados slot. That's not what I want to deal with here. Now, I'm pretty sure that's going to be a young Sash Infernape. I think I'm actually going to switch out the Gyarados for now and just not deal with this. Like, I'm intimidated. I don't want to be here. I'm just going to switch out my Gyarados for Garchomp and just go for a D-Gleam. That's what that's going to do. Is going to break any potential Sashes, and it's going to let me set up for a huge Earthquake coming in the following turn. There we go. You guys see that Coco set? You guys see it? It was pretty good. Have you ever used Furt? Yeah, I've used Furt before. Left Wing Zero uses Furt. I've used a bunch of his QR teams. Furt's really good. I like Furt a lot. I think Butterfree's just a little bit better. But I like Furt. I wish Furt got Endeavor. So he's going for a big Fire Blast into my Coco slot. Bruh. And Z moves Luxray? Is that Electric MZ Luxray? Holy moly, bruh. You think he's going into what was Gyarados? Or do you think he's going into that Coco slot? Going for the double KO. Doesn't affect Garchomp. He was totally trying to hit the Gyarados. And you know what? We punished those. So we're going to EQ here. And we're just going to hard switch in our Gyarados back in. I could protect with Coco and just save Coco on the board. But I'm going to probably want to lock myself into it. It sucks that I'm potentially wasting this Intimidate. But I also am completely masking any speed tiering that I have by bringing this guy in on the switch in. I know it was already on the board, but his Pokemon in the back aren't going to know anything about my Gyarados being faster than everything else. So Coco's switching out, coming in with the Choice Scarf Gyarados, and this big EQ. Hopefully we can get a KO. I mean, those things took so much damage from just a regular Coco D-Gleam that I think this is going to just get the super KO. Oh, he's switching out. Sceptile coming in. Okay, I see you, Sceptile. That's a good way to resist some damage. Yeah, Sceptile is a grass type. It takes reduced damage from ground type moves, so we're going to see. Dude, if only I just... Nah, he knew I was going to EQ. That was a good play. It's a good, solid play. Now, I could Ice Fang that thing, but I don't really know if I want to miss. Let's see what he sends back out. It's going to be the Luxray, and it's going to be a really good Luxray switch in. Remember, Luxray has the Intimidate just like Gyarados, and he's going to be able to get like a value double Intimidate. Yeah, that's actually a super solid play. Oh, well, my specialty is Shuckle, even had a Shuckle plush made for me. Man, there's quite a few Pokemon I have like plushes of. I usually like to do a thing where I get like one plush from like every single event I go to. What are we going to do? We're actually just going to pop the Groundy on Luxray. I want that thing out of the board. I know for a fact he's going to Mega Evolve a Sceptile, and he's probably using an Electric Attack on the Gyarados, and he would probably just be redirecting it, but we're still going to make the correct play and go for the Ice Fang on the Sceptile. Groundy on Luxray. But yeah, I have a ton of plushies. I usually like to get one from every region I go to. Oh, no Mega! Alright. Well, I think, actually, he's not going to go down then, because he's not 4 times effective, so that's actually a pretty solid play. That makes my Groundium an even better play. Because we gotta get the Luxray off the board. I'll let his Sceptile do whatever it wants. I don't really think Sceptile has KO potential on any of my Mons. Maybe he has like HP Ice for my Garchomp, but if he just has like Dragon Pulse, he didn't Mega Evolve to gain the stab, he didn't Mega Evolve to gain the stats, so he shouldn't be able to take me out. Like Wii Storm isn't KOing Gyarados or Garchomp without a crit, so maybe he gets that young Frenzy plan. Maybe it's a Z move Sceptile. We're gonna see. Show me what you're working with. Dragon Claw, almost. Dragon Claw. You'll also be taking that young Rough Skin damage, my guy. And actually, yeah, that's pretty good. Turns out Rough Skin is actually pretty good. Alright. I had a Sableye that I put Shades on at one event. So Charizard's going to be the last mon. Remember, we're locked into Ice Fang. It's better than nothing. But remember, we also got that young Rock Slide. So hopefully he's not Zard X. He might be Zard X. But then you would just you'd still take neutral damage from Rock Slide. Sorry, neutral damage from Ice Fang. It's going to be Zard X! Alright, well, it was... After looking at his whole team, of course it's Zardex, dude. Zardex is pretty good, and his team just didn't have that whole Zard Y vibe. Ice Fang gonna be coming in here. Remember, Ice Fang can freeze and flinch. It's a pretty good move. Rock Slide, notorious for flinching. I don't think we're gonna get a KO this turn, because remember, we're both intimidated on my Mons, but can we get some young flinches? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. It's almost like the game knows what's supposed to flinch and what's not, and now we're just gonna be able to follow this up with an Earthquake and another Ice Fang. and we should be able to pick up the KOs. Yep, because now it's Charizard X. Now we know it's X. We don't have to go for like anything else. We just go for a standard Earthquake, 100% accuracy. You don't have to miss risking that Rock Slide. Missing that Rock Slide. Oh, that's a little bit of a tongue twister. But we're going to take that. Zard X goes down, dude. Zard X goes down, and we take it. Didn't use Butterfree that game. But, Choice Scarf Gyarados. Pretty good. Pretty good mod, dude. Choice Scarf Gyarados is one of the best Pokemon on the team. Almost like you play this game, dude. That's what I've been saying this whole time.